9 out of 10 major projects go over budget. Not some, 9 out of 10. The Sydney Opera House came in 1,400% over. Boston's Big Dig, 220%. Even NASA's James Webb Space Telescope blew past its budget by 450%. So here's the question that keeps project managers up at night. How do you price something huge and complicated without forgetting the one cost that comes back to sink you? The answer is a tool called the cost breakdown structure. Let me show you exactly how it works. I'm Kingsley Aimufua, and this is Catalyst Grid, where we break down the frameworks that run real projects. A cost breakdown structure, or CBS, is a hierarchical decomposition of your total project cost into manageable pieces. In plain English, you take one big, terrifying number and split it into boxes, then split those boxes into smaller boxes until every single cost has a home. Do that well, and nothing slips through the cracks. Here's the whole structure, top to bottom. At the very top sits the total project cost, the one number the client actually cares about. Everything below it exists to build that number up honestly, from the ground up. The mistake most people make: they try to guess that top number directly. The CBS says, don't. Build it. Level 1 splits that total into 5 top-level buckets. Get these 5 right, and you've got the skeleton of almost any project budget. Direct costs, indirect costs, contingency, management reserve, and taxes and fees. Let's take them one at a time. Bucket 1, direct costs. These are the costs you can point straight at and say, that belongs to this project. Your materials, labor, equipment, subcontractors, and site expenses. The test is simple. If the project vanished tomorrow, these costs vanish with it. This is usually the biggest bucket, and the one everyone estimates first. Next is bucket 2, indirect costs. These support the project, but you can't pin them to one specific piece of work. Think project office, utilities, and support staff. Communication and general overheads. Absolutely essential, but shared across the whole effort. Skip this bucket at your own peril. Skip this bucket and your budget will look artificially cheap right up until the bills arrive. Now for bucket 3, contingency. This is money you set aside for risks you know are out there. The known unknowns, design changes, construction surprises, procurement hiccups. You can't predict exactly which one will hit, but you know something will, so you budget for it in advance. On the tree, that's design, construction, and procurement. Contingency isn't padding, it's planning. Now pay close attention to bucket 4, management reserve. Management reserve, and this one trips people up. Contingency covers the risks you can see coming. Management reserve covers the ones you can. These are the true unknown unknowns, the left field events nobody put on the risk register. 2 more differences. It's controlled at the management level. It's not managed by the project team. And in most frameworks, it sits outside the cost baseline, released only with senior sign-off. So here's the clean way to remember it. Contingency is the team's rainy day fund. Management reserve is the company's. Same idea, different owner. Bucket 5, taxes and fees. The costs governments and regulators stack on top. Taxes, permits and licenses, insurance and other fees. They're easy to underestimate and painful to forget because they're often non-negotiable and land late. A mature budget names them up front. Now zoom in. Level 2 breaks each bucket into categories. Level 3 is where it gets specific. Take materials. Level 3 breaks it into the actual stuff. Steel, concrete, electrical, mechanical, and everything else. And that's the whole trick. You keep decomposing. You keep decomposing until each item is small enough to estimate with real confidence. You never estimate the big number directly. You estimate the tiny ones and let them add up. Big scary total turned into a stack of small, honest numbers. So, how does it actually work? 4 moves. 1. Decompose the total cost from the top level down. 2. Each level adds more detail and clarity. 3. Use that structure to estimate, budget, monitor, and control. And 4. The big one. It makes sure no cost element gets overlooked. That forgotten cost that sinks projects? The CBS is how you catch it before it catches you. Why do project managers swear by it? It sharpens estimating accuracy. It strengthens budgeting and forecasting. It makes cost monitoring and control genuinely possible. It supports faster, cleaner decisions. It boosts transparency. And it forces you to plan for risk and contingency up front. One pro tip before we wrap: the CBS is the money side twin of the work breakdown structure, the WBS. The WBS breaks down the work. The CBS breaks down the cost. Line the 2 up and you can tie every dollar to a deliverable. And that is where real cost control actually begins. So the next time you're staring at a budget that feels too big to trust, remember this: you don't manage the total. You break it down, level by level, box by box, until nothing can hide. That's the cost breakdown structure. If this made budgeting finally click, hit subscribe to Catalyst Grid, where we break down the frameworks that run real projects. I'm Kingsley Aimufua. I'll see you in the next one.